is Alex Moody, and today we are going to do a brief meditation on the peripheral nervous system. So we've got our central nervous system, the brain and the spinal cord. Our peripheral is how we interact and connect with our outer world. So sometimes when we come home from the day, maybe we've interacted with a lot of people, we've made a lot of eye contact, we've moved in kind of a different way in our world, been kind of negotiating space, driving, anything like that, right? And we're wanting to connect back into the integrity of our system, right? And so this connects with that mantra, what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. And so if you'd like, you can come to a nice comfortable seated position, cross-legged, sitting back on your heels. You're of course welcome to lie down through this guided meditation as well. Something that's going to be comfortable for your system, where you're able to spatially feel the atmosphere around you and your system as well. So once you come to this seated position or lying down, I invite you to close your eyes or find a nice spot on the floor in front of you. To settle in, we're going to take an inhale here. And exhale, sigh, let it go. Maybe inhale, shoulders up toward the ears. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, shoulders up. And exhale, let it go. We're going to take our right hand and bring it up right near the solar plexus, left hand underneath, almost like you're holding a marble or holding a little orb in your hands. We're actually going to use the intelligence of imagination here to connect into our subconscious world. Our imagination, a lovely place to go to, right? To understand the subconscious. So that's where all of our patterns are stored. And of course we want those patterns because we want to be able to walk, talk, and move throughout our day. We don't have to want to relearn those things every day. And so as we connect into that imagination, right, you can imagine your orb is maybe like a white light or a gold, any kind of color that speaks to you. I like to imagine that this sits within my solar plexus, kind of like a tool that's on your shelf, something that you can go to and grab when you need and when it can help you, right? And something that sits on the shelf and is there and available to you. I also love the solar plexus as a space for this because it is our place of self-esteem, power, worth, and we can think, right, that third chakra is that bright yellow color as well. So sometimes it's nice to think of that orb as bright yellow. And then just feeling between the hands, and you don't have to be super energetically connected, right, to feel this, right? Maybe feeling that tone between the hands, imagining in your mind's eye that orb. And just taking some deep breaths as you feel that and sense that. And as we feel this, notice the relationship of the rest of the body, the pelvis, the legs, the head, the crown, the right and the left side. And as we begin to strengthen the tone of this orb in our hands, right, we can release our hands and imagine this orb, this tone is connecting out and around you like a bubble. And we'll just feel that nice anchoring of the pelvis. And you can feel the filling of that white light, those gold specks, that bright yellow color, if you'd like, surrounding you, right? Imagining that bubble. You can even think of floating up off the mat. And breathing here in your atmosphere. What's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. And the integrity of this atmosphere, the integrity of this bubble, right? If you're practicing with this with someone, those bubbles will simply boop, bounce right off of each other, right? And then just noticing if there's any noise around you, right? Our mental realm, our emotional realm, so intricately connected. It's not necessarily that the thoughts are bad, they're chattering away. It's much more around noticing the relationship of that atmosphere. So maybe the thoughts want to absorb into this light. And then the relationship of the nervous system shifts, and all of a sudden we can take a big inhale here. And exhale. We feel a softness and integrity to our system. Possibly even noticing the atmosphere or the temperature around us, part of our peripheral nervous system as well, so that we can understand our relationship to the world. And then maybe this tone is feeling so nice and so sweet that you want to connect it out into the rest of your space today. Noticing that relationship of self to the world, connecting into the community, the relationships, the people in your life. And again, with love, saying what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. And now we're in this lovely tone, this energy. So notice the structure, notice the bones, maybe the fluidity of the blood, the quality of the organs here, as we're able to sit with our breath. Inhale here. And exhale. Noticing that clarity of our atmosphere around us. As we begin to bring this atmosphere back in, finding that inward focus, connecting that orb and placing it in the heart space. So possibly even running the dimensions of the heart back and forth, right to left, up and down. Visualizing that heart. Is it a nice bright red? Maybe there are pieces of your heart that you need to lighten up or release. Maybe there are pieces of your heart where you want to connect into discernment, where you want to anchor your world. Possibly you want to go into the physiology of it, right? And just simply notice that circulation going in toward the heart and out toward the rest of your system. Breathing here. Simply noticing this stillness that you've cultivated in your practice today. Enjoying it. That sweet connectedness to your system. What's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. And when you're ready, taking a nice inhale here. And exhale, sigh, let it go. Taking a moment, blinking the eyes open when you're ready. And when we work in those subconscious spaces, we connect to our patterns. Our nervous system typically likes to do a little bit of a release. We're just going to simply shake out our hands a little bit. Kind of, if you have a cat or a dog at home, they do this, right? They shake it out. Let's take an inhale here. And exhale. Ready to move throughout the rest of our day in the integrity of our system, in our connectedness, right? What's mine is mine, what's yours is yours, I am that I am. Thank you so much for practicing this meditation. Namaste.